Welcome to another episode of Office Hours, the recap, where we go a little deeper into the discussion that we had in our Discord room over on chatbotbuilder.ai. Let's get started.
Welcome back to the deep dive. If you're deep in the AI building space, or maybe, a business owner just starting to peek into the world of automation, you're about to get some serious shortcuts.
Yeah, definitely.
We've just wrapped up a series of our office hour sessions, where our community gathers to hash out real-world problems and share what's actually working. And let me tell you, the breakthroughs and gold nuggets shared were just too good not to unpack for all of you.
Absolutely. Think of this deep dive as your direct line to the core discussions, the tricky challenges we tackled, and the really smart strategies that emerged.
Right.
All from our community of Chatbot Builder, or CVB for short enthusiasts, and AI implementers. It's like we're pulling back the curtain on what's happening, in the trenches right now.
Exactly. We've pulled direct and from comprehensive notes discussions from those sessions, so you're not getting theoretical fluff here.
No fluff.
This is a ground-level view of real AI implementation and business strategies, practical, relevant, and straight from the builders themselves.
So let's unpack this. What's really insightful, I think, is how our participants view AI. It's not just some buzzword flying around.
Right.
They're genuinely envisioning it as a practical tool for tangible impact. We heard about eliminating language barriers with instantaneous live translation.
Wow.
And even discussions dreaming of truly universal language understanding. It's really about bridging real-world communication gaps, not just fancy tech demos.
That's powerful stuff. Now, diving deeper into the technical side, one concept that really sparked a lot of discussion, felt really innovative, was the Model Context Protocol, or MCP.
Oh, yes.
MCP.
For those listening, can you maybe break down what makes this so significant?
Okay, so what's fascinating here is how MCP simplifies complexity. Think of MCP like a universal adapter for your business application.
Okay.
Imagine you have a bunch of smart devices in your home, right? Instead of needing a separate app for each one, you get one remote control. That's the MCP that bundles all their functions together.
Oh, I see. It lets you expose your proprietary data and applications via a single, simplified API. It really streamlines interaction with complex systems, making them powerful business tools.
So instead of making all those individual API calls for every single function.
Exactly. You're just hitting one endpoint that handles it all. It's a game changer for efficiency, really.
That sounds like it massively streamlines workflows. And speaking of evolution, given this capability, what does this all mean for CVB platforms specifically? How are they evolving beyond just, chatbots?
Right. We're seeing a pretty significant shift in their role. CVB platforms are no longer just what the name suggests, chatbot builders.
Yeah.
They're rapidly becoming these central AI centrals, or even full automation centrals for businesses. This isn't just about simple chat functionalities anymore.
No, it sounds much bigger.
It is. It's about enabling complex workflows, orchestrating entire business processes, and doing deep integrations to provide a truly comprehensive AI experience.
Okay, so given these powerful shifts, CVB platforms evolving into these automation centrals, it naturally leads to the question, what are the actual building blocks our community is reaching for? For the builders listening, what's the go-to tool stack our participants are leveraging in these sessions? What are they actually using?
Yeah, good question. What's truly insightful about our Builders Toolkit isn't just the individual tools, but how they're strategically combining them, for efficiency.
Okay.
For instance, they're using Google AI Studio and ChatGPTs for everything from content creation to even designing logos.
Really? Logos too?
Yeah. But for easing those initial learning curves, notebook LMs have been incredibly helpful, acting almost as a pre-processor for complex ideas.
So using AI to accelerate the very process of learning and building with AI, that's smart, very meta.
Exactly. And then for code generation, I heard Claude is a favorite.
Claude keeps coming up, yeah.
Yeah, Claude is definitely mentioned consistently for code generation. And for research and image generation, Gemini is definitely stepping up as a core tool.
Okay, Gemini for images and research. What about handling all the data?
Notion. Notion is consistently highlighted for data management and organization, like a solid foundation.
Got it. And for pulling all these pieces together, orchestrating those complex automation scenarios you mentioned.
That's where Make really shines. It seems to be the glue that ties everything together, allowing builders to create those really intricate multi-step workflows.
Makes sense. All right, let's talk about where the rubber meets the road. What were some of the compelling real-world use cases shared in these sessions, the ones that really illustrate the depth of what's possible now?
Well, one of the most detailed and frankly ingenious examples came from a participant who built a complete coupon generation and redemption system.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't just, setting up a simple chatbot. They walked us through their whole process, integrating CBB's Facebook comment automation, setting up complex pipelines.
Pipelines, too.
Oh, yeah. And even generating custom images on the fly based on user input, complete with sophisticated user tracking. Her experience really showed the kind of hidden depths of CBB's capabilities when you really push it.
That coupon system sounds incredibly robust.
Yeah.
Building on that theme, client interaction, another common use case we saw discussed was Google review solicitation.
Ah, yes. Always a tricky one.
It is. That's an area with some tricky ethical lines. What were the key takeaways from the discussions about incentives? Did anyone feel there was a way to navigate that ethically without, running afoul of Google's policies?
That's a fine line, for sure. While entry point links are definitely used, there's a strong caution against offering direct incentives for the review itself.
Right, because that violates Google's policies.
Exactly. So the strategy that kind of emerged was provide the incentive first for the product or service itself, and then, as a separate, gentle step, request a review.
Okay, so value first, then the ask.
Precisely. It's about providing value up front and then just inviting feedback naturally.
That's a clever way to approach it, leading with value. But I'm curious, did anyone raise concerns about the perception of that gentle ask? Or, how to ensure it still feels authentic rather than manipulative? It's a balance.
Absolutely, yeah. The consensus was really that clarity and transparency are key. Don't hide the ask, but definitely don't pressure it either. Find that balance.
Makes sense.
We also heard about another builder who shared their project creating an AI solution for a home inspection business. They were leveraging CBB landing pages and email for that.
Interesting niche.
Yeah. And we also explored the significant potential for AI-powered phone bots, particularly in industries like, say, property management. They could handle a lot of routine inquiries, free up staff.
Oh, I can see that being huge. And what about that really complex one that came up? The Calendly integration? That sounds like a beast to tackle.
It was a serious project. Yeah, participants successfully integrated Calendly for full appointment booking, rescheduling, and cancellation, all within CBD flows.
All inside CBB.
Using make scenarios in CBB's API endpoints, it demonstrated a highly valuable, albeit complex integration that, frankly, many businesses would kill for.
That's a really advanced setup. And I heard about this fascinating bot, too, one that generates industry-specific AI solutions and images on the fly. How does that even work?
Pretty slick, actually. A user just scans a QR code, inputs their industry like, roofing or tanning salons.
Right.
And the bot instantly generates tailored AI solutions and corresponding images. It's a great example of dynamic, industry-specific content generation. Shows how adaptable these AI tools can be.
That's really cool. Now, building these amazing things, it isn't without its bumps in the road, is it?
Never is.
Let's shift gears a bit and talk about navigating the technical trenches. What are the common challenges builders are facing? And what's the vibe when these come up in office hours? Is it shared pain?
Shared pain is a good way to put it. The recurring theme, honestly, is overwhelm.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's like trying to drink from a fire hose that's constantly getting bigger. The rapid pace of technological change, the sheer volume of new information, it can be incredibly daunting.
Constantly playing catch-up.
Exactly. We heard from so many builders who just feel like they're always behind. How do they even begin to cope with that influx? That's a big question.
And client management sounds like another big hurdle that comes up quite a bit.
It absolutely is.
Okay.
Especially when you have multiple points of contact on the client side. The strong consensus is the critical need for a single point person, just one, to ensure streamlined communication.
Makes total sense.
And surprisingly, something as seemingly simple as two-step verification for client account access often turns into a real pain point. Eats up valuable time.
It's the little things, right? That tiny detail that can really slow things down.
What about technical difficulties in the actual building process itself? Any common, glitches in the matrix everyone seems to be hitting? Well, it's interesting. Builders frequently report issues connecting to MCP servers, going back to MCP general API complexities, and a fair share of difficulties with image generation. That seems to be a common sticking point.
Image generation issues, okay.
And on top of that, just setting up and debugging advanced flows is inherently complex and time-consuming. Lots of head-scratching moments reported there.
I bet. Data integrity is critical too, right? Especially in certain fields. Were there discussions around that and how it impacts trust in these AI systems?
Definitely. There's a critical need for data accuracy, especially in regulated fields like finance and tax. Outdated information there can be disastrous, literally.
Huge liability.
Exactly. Another struggle that came up is just finding reputable and legitimate MCP servers or even comprehensive third-party API documentation. It often requires extensive research, a lot of digging.
Yeah, I can imagine how frustrating that would be, especially for builders on a deadline. And API documentation itself can be a moving target, can't it?
Absolutely.
For a business owner listening, this really highlights the importance of having a specialist who can navigate those constant changes, make sure your automations stay robust.
Precisely. We've seen instances where API documentation just changes, like user being changed to contact in CVB Swagger docs.
Yeah.
Small change, big impact if you miss it.
Right.
It means constant vigilance, constant monitoring from builders.
Mm.
It's also, a battle against lack of focus. So many new tools, so many shiny objects, tempting builders to go off on
The
tangents.
shiny object syndrome. Okay, so how do our builders combat these challenges and actually stay focused? This brings us nicely to the business brain side of things. Strategies for growth and sanity in this fast-moving space.
Right. Sanity is key. It's really all about goal setting and focus. Participants emphasized identifying targeted revenue-generating activities and actively shifting focus to the business side rather than just the, fun of building.
Important distinction.
Very. And accountability partners were consistently mentioned as crucial for staying on track, avoiding getting lost in the weeds.
That's great advice. And practically, how do they implement that focus? Any specific hacks shared?
Yeah, some practical strategies include prioritizing tasks ruthlessly, committing time by actually scheduling it on a calendar, like literally blocking it out, and being truly honest with oneself about business goals to avoid struggle and aimless building. It's about being intentional.
Intentionality. Got it. Beyond focus, what about productivity hacks for builders? Especially when they're dealing with so much new information all the time.
Documenting processes is huge, especially for things like building onboarding flows and contracts. Help standardize.
Good point.
Implementing systems to avoid that feeling of overwhelm helps immensely. Streamlining client communication with that single point person, like we discussed, that's another big one. And a really smart tip that came up was utilizing notebook LMs specifically to ease the learning curve for new tools. Essentially letting AI teach you about AI.
Using the tools to learn the tools. Clever. And for content creation, anything there?
Batching. Batching content creation for efficiency makes a huge difference. Instead of doing it piece by piece, you block out time and just churn it out. Get in the zone.
Smart. Okay, let's pivot slightly to smart business strategies overall. What did the sessions reveal about really understanding client needs? This seems pretty fundamental.
Oh, it is fundamental. It's crucial to identify what clients actually need versus what they think they need, which can be two very different things.
It often is.
Right. The goal is to offer solutions that provide real value and potentially save them costs, rather than just jolting whatever they initially requested. It's about being a strategic partner, not just an order taker.
So, consultative selling, essentially. What about integration approaches? You mentioned loose ties versus deep integration before. When do you choose which?
That decision really depends entirely on the client's specific needs and, frankly, their budget constraints. You can loosely tie CBB to existing systems like, say, using Constant Contact just for analytics, fine. Or you can opt for a deeper, more integrated solution for full automation, where CBB becomes the orchestrator of, well, everything. Depends on the goal.
And the different business models for builders themselves. Agency plans versus single accounts. What are the pros and cons there?
Yeah, the choice between running an agency plan or setting up single separate accounts for clients was discussed in depth. It has significant implications for ongoing maintenance, scalability, and even how you structure your pricing.
Lots to consider.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And building a cohesive tool stack that works seamlessly with your primary platform, like CBB, is also highly recommended for optimal efficiency. Don't fight your tools.
So basically building smarter, not harder. I can see how reusable templates would fit right into that philosophy.
Precisely. The emphasis on creating reusable templates for flows and automations came up again and again. It's a huge time saver for client onboarding and delivering repeatable services. Build it once, use it many times.
Makes sense. And when it comes to pricing, how do you handle the really complex stuff?
Charging separately for complex setups, like those make integrations we talked about. If it's not included in your basic template fees, charge for it. Ensures fair compensation for your advanced work.
Good point. What about maintaining control over intellectual property? This is something a lot of builders worry about, right? Their templates, their flows.
This is a critical point, yeah. Service providers are generally advised to maintain control over the templates and automations installed on client accounts,
Oh,
possibly by installing them directly rather than just sharing links. This allows them to manage updates or, if necessary, even shut off access for non-payers. Give them leverage and protects their work.
interesting. Okay, shifting to marketing and messaging for a second. How do builders make sure their content actually converts, turns into cash, not just likes and engagement?
A key strategy that was shared is transforming FAQs, your frequently asked questions, into should-ask questions for your content.
Should ask. Explain that.
You're anticipating client needs before they even voice them. Proactive. The focus overall needs to be on content that truly converts to cash.
Bottom line.
Yep. This means consistently talking about your unique value proposition. Auditing and updating your online presence, your bios, websites, social media highlights, make sure they reflect your current offerings.
Keep it fresh.
Exactly. And a powerful prospecting tip that came up. Start high in an organization when you're looking for new business opportunities. Go for the decision makers directly.
Aim high. Got it.
Yeah. This all sounds incredibly valuable. So, for those listening, let's boil it down. What's the so what? Why are these office hours discussions so golden? Both for the AI learners and builders out there, and maybe for the small businesses looking to implement AI.
Okay, for AI learners and builders first. These conversations, they provide a really realistic view of the learning curve and the ongoing challenges in this, let's face it, rapidly evolving AI landscape.
It's not all hype.
No, definitely not. They offer practical step-by-step insights into complex integrations. You're seeing actual implementations, not just theory, it's real-world education.
And the collaborative environment itself must be invaluable too. Learning from peers. It absolutely is. The office hours foster diverse perspectives, collective problem solving. You learn from others' experiences, their skill sets, in a way that, online courses just can't replicate.
True.
Plus, the emphasis on using LLMs like ChatGPT as virtual mentors for navigating complex technical challenges, even just formulating the right questions, that's a huge takeaway.
Like having an AI rubber ducky that actually talks back with useful answers.
Exactly. That's a perfect analogy.
That's a powerful idea, using AI to learn about AI. And the importance of documentation came up too.
Yes, it really reinforces the importance of meticulous documentation, like understanding Swagger docs for figuring out API functionalities and, crucially, for troubleshooting.
Saves headaches later.
Totally. Ultimately, these discussions emphasize focusing your learning on real-world use cases. That makes the process more relevant, more effective. Don't just learn a tool. Learn how to solve a real problem with it.
Great advice. Now, flip side. For small businesses listening, maybe looking to implement AI or hire AI specialists, how do these discussions help them cut through the noise and make smart decisions?
Well, they demystify AI implementation by showcasing tangible applications, the underlying processes involved. They provide clear examples of the value propositions AI can offer, automating lead gen, managing appointments, running promotions efficiently. It shows them the actual potential ROI.
Makes it concrete. And pitfalls to avoid, because there are always pitfalls, right?
Yeah. They definitely educate on potential pitfalls, like unethical marketing practices that review incentive thing, for example, or the risks of relying on outdated data, especially in regulated fields, and the challenges of managing multiple vendors or points of contact.
So it helps businesses understand what they're getting into.
Exactly. It helps them understand the distinction between, say, a simple chatbot and a really comprehensive AI automation solution. That lets them articulate their needs much more precisely when they go looking for specialists.
So it helps businesses ask the right questions and set the right expectations when they're talking to a builder or an agency.
Precisely. It also informs businesses about the, frankly, depth of expertise required for complex AI integrations, which implies that hiring a knowledgeable specialist can be highly beneficial for navigating all these technical intricacies.
Right. Don't try this at home unless you know what you're doing.
Kind of, yeah. It encourages business owners to ask those critical questions. What specific problem are we solving? What's the real value here? What's the proposed strategy? Ask the hard questions before engaging.
And finally, it highlights the importance of specialists who can establish structured onboarding processes, streamline communication, basically reduce the client's burden, right? Make the process smooth.
Exactly. Make it as smooth as the solution itself. And it gives insights into how specialists might choose and build that tool stack tailored to a business's specific needs, ensuring it all works together seamlessly. It's really about empowering both sides of the AI adoption equation, the builders and the businesses.
What an incredible deep dive. Just hearing this recap, you can feel the energy and the value from those office hours. Real talk, real challenges, real solutions coming out of the AI automation space, especially for CBB builders.
Yeah, these sessions foster a practical, collaborative environment that's just absolutely essential in such a fast-paced field. You can't learn this stuff in a vacuum.
Totally agree. Okay, here's a thought to mull over as you go. In this world of rapidly evolving AI, the real power isn't just in building the tech itself, but maybe in building the systems and communities that empower all of us to adapt and thrive together.
Good point.
So the question for you is, what specific small step can you take today? Maybe implement one of these strategies. Or address a challenge that resonated from this discussion in your own AI journey.
Keep digging, keep building, and definitely keep connecting with the community. That's where the real progress happens. Find your people.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Until next time, keep diving deep.
That wraps up another discussion on the office hours recap. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. And as always, come on over and join us in the Discord room every week live at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. See you next week.